Hello there. Welcome back to Tip of the Hats 2016. It's our Source FM segment on day 3. It's the second Source FM segment as well. Yesterday we saw some fantastic stuff created from Uberchain and Crocodile, who are here with us again. And on the couch, I've got myself, of course, with Jill and Admirable, who's looking terrible. Admirable, you look like a teacher who's trying to be hip with the kids.
I am very old.
He teaches me things all day, every day.
Do we want to reveal how old you actually are, or is it a state secret?
Let's let the viewers guess. You know, you can donate, put a comment in.
What you could donate with the exact dollar amount of how old you think he is, and he's really old, guys.
Really old.
I don't want to say that he found the fountain of youth a couple of years ago, but he could be getting into the thousands of years. No, not quite. Maybe not, but he is.
That would be good for donations, though. If you're trying to guess how old I am and you're putting up in the thousands, yeah, go for it.
I don't think so, but I know how old you are. I don't think. Do you know exactly how old Admirable is? You're in charge of the donation tracker for this segment, so you can make your own guess. Who knows?
I mean, I've heard that you can estimate a potato's age by counting the rings. So if we just cut him open and just examine how many rings he has inside of him.
Slice him straight through the midriff and then just look at the rings inside.
Oh, I've got a few, they're not exactly rings, more like spare tires here, but...
Absolutely. And if you guys do want to donate, of course, that is tipofthehats.org, and there's a donate button up at the top there. You can choose cash items as well, TF2 items, of which Jill was a big part, of course, along with Jesse at marketplace.tf. And there's also unusuals as well. So if you have unusuals, Australiums, keys, things like that, then head on over there and you can donate those. And that'll put you in with the medals that you get as well, the tiers of medals. A bronze one for $10, a silver one for $30, and then the gold one, the big old gold one for $100 as well. So I believe our players over here are ready with Uberchain and Crocodile there. And the way that we're going to be doing this Source FM segment is we're not going to give you guys the choice. We're going to give the donators the choice, They're putting the money up, so they should really decide what is being created. So what we're going to do for this segment is that we're going to give Uberchain and Crocodile 10 minutes to design a poster of choice, and they're going to be kind of competing with each other for the same idea, or we'll give them similar ideas and compare them afterwards. So we'll give them a starting one, and then after that, it'll be up to you guys. Donate with your ideas in the comments, and we'll rifle through them. We'll have a talk about which ones would be the funniest or which ones would be the best, and we'll pick some out, and we'll credit them with whoever came up with the idea, and we'll throw that over to our SFM artists. But the one that I want to see is a recreation of, the fruit that happened yesterday. The fruity antics. The fruity antics. That is right. Because we saw Admirable yesterday with the best part of a whole apple in his mouth. Which was amazing. Yeah, I think so. You're a medic main, right, Admirable? At some point.
Yes.
It was the class.
Did you know I was twice voted as Highlander Medic of the Season?
Well, there you go. So, Highlander Medic of the Season Admirable with a whole apple in his mouth. And then we've had banana antics. I mean, they were all last year as well, but we've certainly had some more banana antics. But who do you think would be the best for that? I mean, we got Germa, we got Tag here, who hasn't actually eaten a banana yet, so maybe that would be like a premonition. And then we've got Mr. Slyn, of course, who had that whole banana in his mouth. Who should we go for, guys? And throw that one over to Crunk. Ooh. On both ends of a banana. Like Lady in the Tramp?
Exactly, a Lady in the Tramp.
That would be fantastic. Yeah. So should we start the timer now then? Because it is 10 minutes past 12 by my clock. And in fact, I actually have a stopwatch on my watch, so we can start that off.
Do you want to give us
do you want to give us a countdown?
Oh my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go! All right, the timer is ticking. The little red thing on my watch is ticking along. Unfortunately, we can't get a camera angle on that, but I assure you it's happening. In the meantime, though, as things trickle in, have we got some donations that you want to read out just as we begin? As you guys start formulating ideas, they'll come sifting through to Jill, and we'll have a talk about them, but we've got some more general ones to start us off.
Well, we don't have any suggestions at the moment, Put in your suggestions. But we do have an unusual donation from Mind Turtle. Worth $53, and he says, if my unusual can serve a better purpose than making me look a little bit cooler, then by all means, take it for what it's worth. And let me tell you, it can serve a better purpose. Unusuals do make you look cool, but what makes you look cooler is being a great person and contributing to a great cause. So do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you a lot for that donation. And of course, if the rest of you guys have unusual items, then you can donate it, as we were talking about before, by going to tipofthehats.org and donating items through that system. So, of course, it does serve a better cause.
I am living proof that hats make you look way cooler. Yo.
There's a sudden crash in the Steam market value of hats. You've single-handedly ruined TF2 by making all of the hats incredibly uncool. What are you up there? What are you up to there, Crunk? We just moved away from Uber Chain's perspective, and now we're having a look at what Crunk's up to.
Well, right now, the scout and the sniper just kind of seem like lifeless dummies, but I'm about to add a little bit of life into them as they share this intimate banana experience.
So
why is the sniper throttling the scout, or is that just a matter of perspective?
That's a matter of perspective. It's a lot more ginger and tender than you could see.
Like tender, like banana tender.
No, like tender,
like a steak tender.
Yeah.
Like well, how do you like your steak?
Blue.
Throttled.
Bleeding.
Throttled so hard it turns blue. So we've got an interesting banana placement there. Yeah.
We'll just.
Can we get some slide whistle sound effects to go with this fruit placement?
Can we get a banana for scale?
Did you find the banana?
Yeah, we do have a banana model there. So give us a rundown as well of how models are created in Source FM. So say someone wants a banana, and I don't know why or how someone has wanted a banana before this. What process is involved in making that and putting it into Source FM and being able to use it in this way?
So you use a modeling program such as maybe Blender, I guess, to make your model. And once your model is done, you have to rig it accordingly to, fit onto TF2 characters so that when you attach them on, they don't go to their crotch or anything silly like that. We can't have that. So after that, what happens is you bring it over into Source Filmmaker, you test it out a few times. Usually you'll fit it on for TF2, the game, right away, so you can submit it into the workshop. But that's sort of how you basically set up an item or like a hat, a cosmetic for TF2 into Source Filmmaker.
Apologies, I'm not laughing at you, but we've got a very odd scene developing here. They're also, I don't know whether you realize this, but they are eating a banana with the peel on. Yeah.
Well, they're men.
Is a no peel banana session going on here.
It's the manly way to eat a banana. You get all that protein, all that potassium.
All right.
We've moved on to your view here, Uber, as well.
Thanks. What are we looking at here for time?
For time, we are currently 4 minutes in.
All right.
So you've had 40% of your time so far.
All right. I've got this apple. I'm going to, it's a very boring apple. I'm going to go ahead and scale it up, and there it goes.
Where'd it go?
Up there.
Oh, hello. William Tell would be having a field day. That one's a lot easier to hit than the one that he plucked off his son's head.
There it is.
I could eat that in 3 bites.
Are you okay? That's a.
We could do a giant apple eating the medic hole.
I do happen to have an actual apple here.
Oh no!
If you're looking for some inspiration, maybe you set up the pose and I'll try and emulate it in real life.
I'm not sure I've got the time to do that, considering we only have like
5 minutes?
10 minutes, more or less. But yeah, let's have the apple eating.
You guys have got another 5 minutes here.
That's terrifying, to be quite honest.
Speaking of 5 minutes, we have a donation from Call of the Void for $30. And he says, shout out to my boy Crunk. Keep up the great work for the kids.
Yeah, that is my boy.
Your boy Void.
My boy Void.
And as we were saying before, guys, if you want to donate any amount and leave a comment on it that has some kind of idea for what you'd want for a Source FM poster, just something wacky, any kind of concept, the Bud Squad or Tag and Mailer out on a date, who knows? But any kind of idea that you have.
Don't do this sideshow.
It's for the kids.
Any idea that you have.
The Germa sideshow.
We're giving you a clean pass. and that'll come through to us, and we'll cipher through them, and we'll see what we should go for after this one. So you have 5 minutes to get your next ideas in, and we'll credit you with the design of the poster as well.
And if you don't get any of your ideas in, we're going to have to default to one of Admirable's ideas.
Oh,
That's not a great
no.
idea to do. We have a donation from The Real Geo for $9, and he says, it's probably something great. I know this guy. I really enjoy watching you guys, enjoying playing video games, and creating a show for us to fundraise for children with cancer so that you can give these children their time to enjoy. Childhood is really important to all of us, so I appreciate everyone in the event for supporting to give children with cancer something to remember in their lives. Yes, that's...
Thanks, Real Geo.
That is
I think he said it pretty well.
Are you an imposter, Geo?
I'm one of the Geels. There are numerous ones where.
Do they go up in levels of realness?
Well,
From
apparently
admirable
I'm
at the least real,
I'm the Jeel Banana Peel.
the realist. I don't know why you've slipped back into 90s. It's like, what was the movie where he goes back to school? He's like a 40-year-old guy and goes back into school, and he's just trying to be a kid again, skateboarding around, and I can't remember what that one is, but it's perfectly relevant. You look exactly like him.
My hero is LL Cool J, because ladies love Cool James.
It's true. It's true. We've had to pry the ladies away from James. We actually did last night. We had a really weird situation last night with some... never mind.
I've never had a
Right.
situation like
Moving
this
on.
before, have
Some
we?
women in an elevator.
We have a $30 donation from Sam D, and he says, "Hi TotH, this is the first time I've donated to this cause, and I'm really excited to. I've known about this for a decent while, and I'm glad I'm finally getting around to donating. Money for the kids." Yes. That's $30.
Absolutely. Thank you for the $30 donation there. We'll keep reading them out. Send your ideas in as well for the next segment because, guys, you have 2.5 minutes remaining.
Oh.
It's
The
heating
apple.
up.
The apple is now eating me.
Yeah. This one took a turn for the odd, Uber Chain.
You say that like it's, that's a little much. You say that like it's something that isn't expected at this point.
No, absolutely. I'm loving it.
We have a $7.84 item donation from 3XL Neat, who is an administrator of Scrap.tf. He says, SFM request. Geel turning the items donated into money with his magic as the bots deliver them to him and Steam is crashing somewhere.
That's a good one. I like that one so far. Yeah, we can take a look at the liquefaction process of all of the unusuals behind the scenes. Hello. This is steamy.
Is this safe for work?
It's just a shared love of
Crocodile.
bananas, man. There's nothing unhealthy about that.
No, they're just two guys who really enjoy yellow fruit.
Want to keep the potassium levels up,
That's all this is.
Oh, well, a third player has entered the game. Hello, Red Demo Man.
And 1 minute left, I think.
Yes, we are 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining. I will count you down once we get to the final 30 seconds as well, but begin applying your final touches, ladies and gentlemen.
How are we going to critique? Who do you declare as the winner? Or is everyone the winner?
I guess, really, when the ideas are like this, everyone is a winner.
The kids are the winners.
But we could go for a vote on the couch because we've got 3 of us, so we're never going to have a tie. So we can vote for who we think is the winner, and they can get points, and points make absolutely
we're
nothing.
playing for points now.
Yep.
Ryan, prepare yourself.
Yep, absolutely. We're down to 40 seconds remaining, guys. It's heating up. How are you guys feeling? Talk me through the finishing touches here, Uberchain.
Good.
You know the A key on your keyboard?
Yep, I know
so
that
if
one.
you turn on the all caps and you hold it down, that's the sound I'm making internally.
Ah, right, okay.
I feel good.
Do you?
I'm very
I'm a little
confident.
concerned. I
Mind
want those
games.
points.
What are your finishing touches here, Crunk?
Well,
As we get
just-
to 10 seconds, actually. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time.
Stop cooking.
Okay.
That was Ready, Steady, Cook.
Oh my.
They had, oh no, that was red and green peppers. Nothing to do with apples, actually. Let's take a look then. This one is, well, the concept was Admirable eating an apple whole. But when you said you were going to be able to replicate the poster, I don't think this is what you had in mind. Can you give us a replica of this? I don't think it's possible.
Sorry, what was that?
Just looking at Admirable, he has an apple. He was going to attempt to replicate what you had done, but it's not possible. Can we get someone with a bow and arrow in here and we can shoot him in the face? Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's take a look at Krunks. Let's bring this one up. That's delightful.
Can you replicate this one with Jill, please?
We don't have a banana. I'm sorry. It's not possible. It's not possible. Run us through what's happening here in the minds of the people.
I wasn't able to put some hats on them because of the time restraints, but this is representing Germa, and this is representing Slyn, and this is representing Tag, and Slyn and Germa, they're just having a good old boys' day out with a banana. And Tag is looking on. He's not horrified because they're being super friendly. It's just he doesn't like bananas.
He looks utterly distraught.
He's just not a fan of bananas, but that's okay. That's okay. Maybe he can share a chocolate milk with these boys.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Speaking of sharing a moment, we have a $20 donation from Rain Y1. He says, how about remaking the moment in I-58 when Uber Chain dragged Get a Whale off the camera in Source Filmmaker?
I like it.
That's another good one as well. So let's get our votes in for this segment. What do you think?
I got to go with the apple eating admirable.
That's a pretty good one. Let's see if we can bring that one up again as well, because that one really was fantastic. We didn't get to see the thoughts of Admirable in that one. Have you closed it already?
No, I have not.
But I think definitely you were really concerned about that. Hello. We've got a banana delivered freshly on set. Lang just handed me a banana, I think with the implication to replicate the scene. I really don't want to do that, but we've got a banana.
What do the fans want
feel
to
like
see?
you should.
What do
That's
the
what I
fans
wanna
want
know.
to see?
It's for
I
the
don't know.
kids.
I'm not sure what they want to see, because I have received no comment, nothing about what the fans want to see, about what the donors want to see.
Maybe,
Oh, well, we have a few more donations on that note. Josh Ankstone donated $10. He said, this is such an amazing event. I love the spooky freaking mansion. SM Skull. There should be a blue Teddy Roosevelt cosmetic in the posters. We have a $1 donation from Anonymous. What a great guy. He says, make a box cult, like just a cult of people with boxes.
A box cult. I could get behind that. I could get in that.
Yes.
I'm easily swayed. Where do I sign up to this box cult? Will there be apples?
We're still waiting on a few more donations to
Well,
come
yeah,
through.
I think we'll cut it there in terms of this idea. What are you thinking? What do you think was the best idea that we've got so far? I like the idea of Geel trying to liquefy the things that he's been given through the item bots.
That was, of course, a very intelligent suggestion put forth by somebody I assume is very attractive.
And nobody that Jill knows in person whatsoever. And then we also got one with Uberchain and Get a Whale. I think that would be a good one for Krunk to do rather than Uberchain of herself, you know?
I think that's smart.
I think that is smart. So should we go with that then? We'll give Krunk Uberchain dragging Get a Whale off some kind of set, or dragging him anywhere, frankly.
Just dragging him.
Pushing him off a cliff,
Wait, who
dragging
got
him into traffic, who knows?
Sorry,
what.
gentlemen. Who got the first round points?
Oh, yeah, of course. Well,
I
think-
voted for the apple, which was Uberchain.
Yeah, I think I got to go with the apple as well. So it doesn't even matter what Admirable thinks. As usual, we're leaving him out. So, yep, first round to Uberchain there. And we'll give her the...
An apple.
We'll give her the role of Jill. So you have to give us a Sauce FM of Jill trying to turn hats into gold through some kind of magic
into
system
gold.
or who knows what. I think it might actually be an exact replica of what is going on behind the scenes of Marketplace.tf.
Here we go.
Him and Jesse just sat there cooking up hubble bubble, toil and trouble. So let's begin. We've got 10 minutes. Your time starts now.
And while you're feeding my narcissism, we have a $5 donation from Anonymous, and they say, hi, Crocodile. Tori here. Got up early from my grave to watch you in Uberchain. Hope you're having a fantastic time. I'm so happy you're having fun. Remember, a wise man once told me, don't call yourself a real gamer unless you can fit 3 NES cartridges in your mouth.
That's very
my
true.
boy.
Those
That
are
is the
fruit
motto I
though.
always live by.
Did you actually do that, like, Ryan?
No, but he's a weird child.
He's a
And,
weird child who's seen you do weird things, though.
Yeah.
Like, how long have you two been friends?
Since freshman year in college,
Nice.
we became friends over TF2.
There are a lot of people that have formed friendships over TF2. A lot of people who formed rivalries, bitter enemies. I'm staring at two of them across the couch.
For reference, everybody at Tip of the Hat has been calling Sideshow Josh, and they've been calling me Geel. And my name is also Josh. So,
Josh
you
1.
know,
Josh
Sideshow,
1
watch your
and
back.
Josh 2.
We have a $4 donation from Germ, and he says, "Hi, I love you all. Here's $4 for Sideshow story about Admirable in the elevator if it is safe for the kids. If it isn't, take my money anyways. We already took it. It wasn't up to you after that point.
Yeah.
Sorry, Germ,
I mean,
but thank you."
Certainly, it was interesting. There wasn't too much of a story behind it. But
Feel free to embellish the story, you know. You're a creative guy.
Just go wild with it. Yeah. We were waiting for a couple of elevators last night, actually. We were trying to go up to our room after a really intense, tiring day, you know. We sat there, just waiting. There was elevator after elevator, cycled past us and opened, and it was full. And then...
Bear in mind that this was after, a late night ice cream binge. We were all a little bit wired on sugar.
we were... Yeah, we just come back.
Weren't sure what we were seeing, man.
And then suddenly an elevator full of merry ladies opened up and invited Admirable into the elevator. But he politely declined, said that he'd rather spend the night with me in my room instead.
Oh.
And I've loved him forevermore. The rest is
He
history.
said, "Hey, you in the pink shirt." So it just goes to show that having terrible fashion sense can pay off, guys.
And had they seen him today, they would have said, "Hey, you, the cool-looking dude with the backwards flat cap.
Yo, white rapper, what's up?
Get in here."
We have a $100 donation from Chaotic Gamer Guy, and he says, "Here's $100 for the kids. I am an aspiring SFM animator, so do you have any tips? As for the SFM suggestions, how about Rick Flame being harassed by the rest of the server?"
Do you have any SFM tips? Talk us through what you're up to here, Uberchain, and see if you can give us any tips for aspiring SFM artists.
All right, so right now I'm going to put an elf hat on the scout and shrink him down and then enlarge his head for cartoony effect. So when animating, first thing you want to do is train your Control S fingers to save often, because Source Filmmaker can and will crash all the time as much as possible. Second tip, I think, is if you haven't already had some animation experience, definitely look up some basic animation tutorials. Doesn't matter if they're like really 2D or 3D. Obviously, there's some advantage to be had for a 3D animation tutorial over, say, the limitations of 2 dimensions. But, sort of do that and study a bit of it. I'd say look up a few of the Source Filmmaker animation tutorials on their official channel. Check those out for a little bit. They're not always the most helpful things, so definitely sort of have Google as your backup. And what I personally use is I use the graph editor to animate, because that way it's sort of a really good basic start for pose-to-pose animation. So pose-to-pose animation is where you make one pose and then the next sort of frame it transitions to, it sort of like moves into the next pose. So I think that's the most basic way to get started. It's a lot of, I know I'm not giving a lot of directly technical examples, but the best way you can learn first is sort of developing your patience, I think, because your patience is going to be what keeps you going as well as what makes you stop. So develop your patience, sort of your willpower. It's like if things keep crashing or if you get demotivated, don't feel like discouraged, take a break. Maybe take a breather, play some Team Fortress 2, and then get back to it. And then if you keep practicing and you're willing to learn, you should be able to have something. And again, it's like your first animation, it might not be that great, but keep going. As always, like keep going, keep practicing, keep learning. Ryan, any advice?
I would say the best advice I could give. Usually I just say, like, if you're passionate about it, you'll have the fuel to continue working. That's why I always say some guy instead say, learn how to pick your battles. Know what you're good at. Know what your strengths are. And know what your weaknesses are. And if you can identify that, that's easier to be like, okay, so maybe I'm not the best at, say, making walk cycles, but I'm the best at making fight scenes. So you're like, well, I'll play up fight scenes some more, but then, like, I'll work on walking things later and lighting or whatever. And, through that, you gain a stronger skill set, I would say, as you continue on with your SFM adventures.
Sounds excellent. We have a few more donations to power through here. We have $20, of course, from Kevin Ispoon. He says, please do a poster of bees stealing your pancakes this morning. Thank you. We have $200.
They're wasps.
They were wasps. They were not bees.
They were bees.
America.
We have $200 from RNC, and he says, can I request Vexon organizing the rowdy jumpers for the jump segment?
Oh, the jumpers are here.
That'd be a good one. That's coming up pretty soon as well. Yeah, I like that idea.
Can we have like actual jumpers instead of jumpers?
We have...
That's missed on our North American audience. They don't call they call them
sweater.
sweaters.
The sweater segment's
Pullovers.
coming up soon, guys. Stay tuned.
We have a very special donation from Anonymous yet again. He has donated $100. He or she. He says, loving the show so far. The fact that the community for such an insane game where you can slap someone with a fish and do Carlton while a drunk Scotsman flies through the air while on fire can do so much for a good cause is nothing short of amazing. Speaking of which, I'll donate another $100 if everyone in the studio right now, which includes Ed Marbles, Jill, Sideshow, Uberchain, and Krungadile, speak for the next 5 minutes with Poot at the end of their sentences, Poot.
That's going to be fairly difficult, Poot. It's going to be like we're talking about telegrams, Poot.
For the kids, Poot.
How
It
much
really
time
is.
do we have left, Poot?
We have just under 3 minutes left. You're on 2 minutes and 53 seconds, just as I said that, Poot.
Poot.
That wasn't even a sentence. You should, unless the whole sentence was Poot, in which case you should have said Poot Poot. So
Poot Poot.
that's exactly right.
The easiest way to win this game is not to play. Poot.
Walk us through what you're up to there, Crunk.
Well,
Poot.
I have no idea what the concept of Uber dragging people away was, but I know that bald man was in it, so I was just like, I don't know.
The bald man being
Poot.
Ghetto Whale.
Poot.
Poot.
Absolutely.
I know.
Yeah, I like the fact that you've got the baldness in there. He, of course, Getawell obviously shaved his head last event for the Tip of the Hat stream.
He didn't shave
in
his
the
head.
dark, Poot.
Poot. I shaved his head. Poot.
I am actually rooming with Getawell, and he is quite the character. He's very popular with ladies, so I was just like, hey, let's get homeboy like just hanging, just being like, yeah, what's up, ladies? It's me, Getawell. I say the words. How about you come back to my apartment and we'll play Jenga? Yeah,
Poot.
Poot.
Exactly what he's going for. Yeah, I've seen him with the ladies. He's like, come back to my room and we'll play Jenga, Poot.
He is a hound for ladies and a hound for Jenga. Poot.
Jenga Poot was my favorite game as a child.
Really? I wasn't a fan of Jenga Poot.
Poot.
I kind of liked Monopoly Poot, but that meant I had no friends. Poot.
We have a $10 donation from Giggles. He says, I only donated so I can see Gio read this in his very attractive voice, Poot. But seriously, we have to beat last year's goal, guys. Because please keep up with the donations and let's make those kids experience a spectacular one, Poot. From Giggles with love, Poot. Now,
Did he say
I cannot
Poot?
promise
Poot?
that I'll read it in my voice, but there will be a voice I use to read your donation. So donate, and I'll read it with somebody's voice.
Time, Poot.
Absolutely. We've got 45 seconds left in this poster one, so you need to be adding your final touches, Poot. We can see Uberchain there. Is Geel the spy in this situation then, Poot?
Yes. This is a
Poot.
sweatshop. Of like,
It looks
and,
like a very outdoor sweatshop then.
and they take it to
Poot.
they take it to this dispenser thing, and it spits out money.
I see,
Poot.
I see. So, Jill, talk us through how accurate this is to the exact portrayal of how you built Marketplace.tf, Poot.
Well, what we did was we first took trade holds and we burnt them.
Yeah.
Then we took the Steam market and we just kind of went cheaper than it, Poot. And then we also did like work and stuff, which is
Stop cooking, Poot. So you're gonna have to drag that pyro away and just get rid of him.
I
Unfortunately,
can't
Poot.
do anything though. You told me not to touch the keyboard, so
Exactly.
where it is.
That is completely true. Let's take a look then first at Uberchain's picture, Poot. We've got a flying pyro's boot there, which I'm not sure what was the intended purpose of that. What were you going to do with that? So that
He
we
said
can get an idea
he
of the
said
concept?
burn up.
Poot.
So I was gonna put the pyro like smack dab in the middle of the money or the dispenser. I was going to put the dispenser's body on the pyro, so it would showcase how what goes in comes out as money, but it gets burned up first. I
True.
thought it would be like a
True,
cool
Poot.
metaphor thing. in retrospect, it was really stupid.
Well, perhaps it was a little misguided with only 3 seconds left.
Classic
Potentially,
SFM race
yes.
mistake. Did not respect the clock put.
Okay, so, I like the overall image, though, but let's take a look at Uberchain dragging away Getawell from playing Jenga with a scout there, Poot.
Really captured the essence of Getawell there, Poot. And also just females' infatuation with Jenga. Like, this girl is praying for Jenga. Please, Poot.
I think that's almost more accurate of the elevator situation that was happening last night. Because, that does look a lot like you, Admirable, as well, Poot. Poot, Poot.
I mean, there were a lot of ladies in that elevator, Poot. I'm not sure how that would have worked. Like 10-player Jenga, Poot.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, I mean, you can play it with 10 players. It's just that you'll probably only get one go each before it falls down, Poot. But less about the logistical problems of playing Jenga with 10 players, more about the upcoming Source FM race. I believe we've fulfilled our request for the Poot as well. I had the little timer running there. I think that's got to be it. And more things like that is going to be ridiculous, so please. Have mercy on us. Please have mercy. But if you want to donate to us to give your suggestions for the Source FM races that they're currently doing, or just to give to a great cause that's going on right now, all of these donations are going to One Step Camp, which is an amazing project that sends kids that currently have cancer to camps and allows them to recapture the essence of their youth. And you can donate with cash, you can donate with items, and you can also donate with unusual items as well. So you need to head on over to tipofthehats.org and give whatever you can for this great cause as well. So let's have a look. What should we do for our next race here? Our next section of 10 minutes between these two.
Wait, who got the points?
Oh yeah,
I'm really big on like who gets
points make prizes. Right, what did we have? We had Uberchain's fantastic one with Jill looking down on what was happening, but we had
get that on screen again.
We had the pyro boot.
Jog my memory.
Yeah, there we go. But I mean, the classic error of not respecting the clock, that's got to knock a few points off.
If this was MasterChef or something and they tried to rush to get a certain element in there at the end.
Yeah.
But you got to give him some points for the great subject matter. I mean, you couldn't pick a better person.
I think there's some judge bias going on here.
It's possible. Yeah, I'm going to give my vote here to.
And also, where is Jesse Carr in all this? It's just another part of Gilles' campaign to sideline this guy who's really 50%
He's the pyro. That's
the
Jesse Carr.
Absolutely. Yeah. Shout out to Jesse as well, who is Gilles' partner in all of this. Who I believe that was the pyro. Actually, that's the pyro rushing in at the final moments. But
he's actually an engineer main. Disgusting.
Is he?
I know.
Wow.
I know.
Software engineer
main.
main.
SMH.
Yeah.
But.
So I'm going to give my point to Crunk in that situation. I think the essence of Getawell was excellent.
I'll have to recuse myself from judging as
That's true.
I'm already corrupt as it is.
I have all the power this time, having not gotten the vote at all previously. Yeah. I got to go to my man Crunk. That'll tie the series up one apiece now.
Certainly will. All right, so Gilles, what have we got here? What have we got some ideas for our next segment?
Well, we have some new donations first. We have $10 from the scrap.tf chat, and they say, Gilles, put the box on your head.
That box is tenuously balanced, unfortunately. That Balloonicorn is fierce as well. If you try and get in there at the moment, it's going to harpoon
you. You could lose an eye.
Yeah, it's going to just stab you to pieces like a narwhal, like a very angry narwhal. The speech jammer. With production, please. Stop jamming my speech. So what other stuff have we got coming in there?
Well, unfortunately, give me 1 second while I undo something that I did, which is I accidentally hid some of the suggestions.
This is going to be our last one as well here, so thank you for all the suggestions that have come in. Obviously, if you keep wanting to donate, then by all means donate. Our guys over there with the Source FM have been pumping out content, and I've seen so much content on Twitter just as I was scrolling through it this morning as well, where just random people just throwing in artwork and stuff, and it was fantastic to see all the little things that people had made of the whole experience of Tip of the Hats 2016 so far. So that was brilliant. So, any suggestions, it's probably going to get turned into something at some point.
I mean, there really were some inspirational scenes yesterday
there
on camera.
Absolutely
Things you probably don't see in
things I've never seen
business.
before. Things I've
we
really
may never see again.
Yeah, absolutely. There's some Rick Flame fanatics. But let's come up with an idea then for our last poster race here between our two very talented Source FM artists.
So I believe we had a donation that argued for the admirable elevator story, which I am very interested
That's
in seeing done.
That's true.
I think there's a lot of potential there.
How about me stacking women up like Jenga blocks in an elevator?
That would
Dibs.
that would be
Dibs.
complex,
Dibs.
but I don't think we should do that in any way. I think that would be almost impossible. Besides which, I think we've already touched on that with the Ghetto L story.
Our memes have been cross-contaminated.
Yeah, my personal preference would be Vexon trying to get all of the jumpers in tow. You know, and
Yes.
he's trying
Oh,
to
yeah,
drag
yeah.
all the jumpers in and get them all sorted. So I think we should assign that to somebody.
It's
Who
laundry
wants-
day.
Who wants to take that out of our players?
I guess I have to.
You don't have to do anything. You're your
No.
own man. Don't worry about it. You do whatever you want, but we will give that to you. Absolutely. And then an idea for Uber Chain.
Well, we've had a $10 donation, first of all, from Yurzy. It says, Sideshow, eat the banana already.
Just keeping it warm for the next person.
You're
a
not the
warm
boss of
banana is the
Sideshow.
best banana. We have a $10 donation from Stovepipe, and he says, a spy with 6 arms chasing an engineer with the buzz killer. I believe that means
What is the buzz killer?
it's a hat. I
It's
believe.
a hat?
Something to do with a spider chasing a fly. We have numerous ones that are mentioning something to do with me, which I'm always a fan of. We have, I would like the SFM request to be Jill Cena wrestling the banana off Sideshow while onlookers make it rain dosh.
Jill Cena!
Do you reckon you can take that one, Uber Chain?
I'm
Jill
gonna
Cena?
gonna need to grab the banana model, but otherwise, yes, I think I could.
Yeah, I mean, you
Really
don't even
easy.
have to include the banana. You go wild with whatever. Just Gene Cena, just wrestling people on the set, slamming a unicorn,
Gene
trying to
Cena?
get the
Is that
box
his
off the
mum?
unicorn.
Gene
Cena.
Okay,
that banana, please.
Yeah.
I think I can do that.
Okay, let's start the timer then, because the time.
This is match point, isn't it?
This is match point. This is tournament point here between our Source FM artists. Are you ready?
I guess.
I guess.
So much enthusiasm.
Yeah,
All right.
pretty much.
3, 2, 1. Let's get cooking.
The sweatshop, the slave labor.
Do it for the kids.
Get kids.
gotta do those
Kids.
Give me kids.
Potato salad.
Potato over there and tell me what
Potato.
to do. You big sack of
What's I
jelly-
said?
You sack of jelly man over there. Tell me what to do. You won't vote for my boy Conker down. Why don't you vote for me? Getting robbed last night at Jack in the Box Party XL.
I've got to apologize for that. Grant.
Yeah, you better.
You had some great answers, but I was just too strong for you.
Well, it's everybody's
Are you
fault.
going to take that?
No.
Is this going to be another competition where you come up short, Crunk, or are you going to just rise to the challenge here and
All
stop
right,
feeling
listen,
sorry
I got
for yourself,
10
man?
minutes to work on this, but once those 10 minutes are
9.
over, 9 minutes, but once those are over, I'm going to come over there and slam jam you, boy.
Like Crunk Cena.
I ain't got to take
Maybe you
this.
shouldn't have spent a minute just rambling there, buddy.
Look,
As
I
long as
can
taking-
ramble and work. Haven't you seen my streams? That's all I do. I'm rambling like a grandma over here. I do me. You just stay over there. Don't you know?
Let me distract you for a minute. Speaking of doing you, am I right in saying that yesterday you made a donation where you said you would do another episode of the public service announcement series if we reached a certain goal? Is that still on the table?
Yeah, over here at Tip of the Hats, we are all about that hustle, and I'm going to help with that hustle by making you kids who keep bothering me like, oh, Crocodile, when you gonna make another Teeple, Sapple, Dimple, Jumble? Well, I'll do it, but you gotta give me some money. So how about you get some money up in here for those kitties, and I'll make you some more. If we get to $150 as a total, I'll make another one.
$150.
$150. Woo,
We
we
did
did
it.
it, boys.
150,000, perhaps you mean?
150,000, right.
150,000,
And if we
right?
get
Not
to-
$150. Crunk's 3 weeks behind. He's only just realized that the event's begun.
We have a $100 or yes.
Numbers?
It's gone.
Is it a 1 followed by a 0, Gio? Because that one's 100.
It's gone.
It's gone?
It hit
Gone.
itself. Well, we had a $100 donation from Anonymous, and he said, keeping my word for the poot.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Poot.
Anonymous has been very generous so far this weekend.
He really has. Wonder who he is.
The sense on this is insane.
Well-
You wouldn't think it mattered in the Source Filmmaker, but it totally does.
Walk us through what you're doing there, trying to rally all the jumpers.
Well, they're just kind of like flies, you know? They're humming around, just trying to do what they do. But then, like, we got engineer man over here just like, guys, we got to get this set up over here.
Is that Vex on?
I guess.
Yeah, just sat there, just trying to bring all the flies down. Guys, stop flying around. We got stuff to do. I like that you picked a map where there are a lot of jumps around it. I've seen people flying around. I can't even remember what the map's called. What is it? CTF Sawmill or something?
Sawmill, yeah.
Sawmill. But there's loads of really cool jumps that you can do all over those roofs, and you can fly around and sail through the air. So they'll feel right at home there. This swarm of bees. He's trying to steal Vexen's pancakes while he's trying to get them into the jump server. What are you up to, Uberchain?
All right, so I've combined the soldier and the spy again together to make your two favorite classes.
I'd like to challenge you to a race, Sideshow.
Hmm?
A fruit eating race.
You having a laugh? I've got a banana. I could eat this in one bite. You're a fool if you challenge me to a fruit eating race.
Are you committed to that, Sideshow? One bite.
How are we doing on time, boys?
You have just under 6 minutes remaining. Are you feeling confident? You're almost halfway there. How are the scenes developing?
The spy is about to get his butt very much bricked.
His what now?
His butt will be broken.
Yes,
Is that a spy
That's-
disguised as a soldier there that you've got?
it's a spider.
Oh, it's a
Spider.
spider. Like a spy soldier. A spider. I like it.
What am I hearing right now?
The appalling sounds of Admirable munching his way through an apple.
We're
is
trying
what
to
you're
put
hearing.
on a show.
I think I'm going to win here.
Appling sounds.
You think you're going to win?
Yeah, you have to eat the whole thing. Checkmate.
We have a $10 donation from Anonymous, and he says, please take my money. Please take it all. We will take all of your money, and if you want to give us your money, you can go to tipofthehat.org/donate. You can donate in either cash, which goes directly to One Step Camp, or you can donate items. New this year, items donated, which includes unusuals and other items like keys, bills, hats, earbuds, Australiums. Those will be converted directly into cash and also sent directly to One Step Camp. So we're not going to be giving kids hats. We're going to be sending them to camp.
Yeah, I want to stress as well that in previous years, you've been able to donate items, but they've gone towards giveaways that we've been running throughout the event. That is not the case at the moment. If you give your hard-earned items to Tip of the Hats this year, they will go with their monetary value towards One Step Camp. So you are donating the money value of whatever your items are worth, exactly the same as if you had donated that cash. So if you're not able to get access to PayPal, credit card, or in any way donate monetarily, you can still give exactly the same amount and still benefit the kids in exactly the same way. We were hearing earlier that it's roughly about $1,000 to send a kid to camp for a week. And so if you're able to put whatever you can towards that, through be it through items, be it through cash, unusuals, keys, Australiums, whatever you have, it's really appreciated by the charity and by us as well.
I'd like to suggest a challenge for our viewers here. In the item donations, you are able to give a golden pan, which is worth around $2,200, and that will send 2.2 kids to camp. How they choose the 0.2 kids is not my concern. But if we get a golden pan donation this year, I will match it with another golden pan donation.
Whoa! Hey, hello.
Well.
And did you say that there's only something like 100 of them in circulation in the entirety of TF2?
Last I heard, there's about 110 of them. Last year, 3 golden pans were donated to Tip of the Hats. So 1 golden pan? Come on, fellas.
And
Do
one
it.
golden pan would then be 2 golden pans.
Yes.
I guess.
Double your money, but also you'll be giving it to us. So
Well, double the amount
Yes.
would be going to the charity. Nobody's doubling their amount of pans.
The bait has been set here. We're going to lure the golden pans out of hiding.
Yeah.
Teal has just dangled this.
Fish! And then you pull it out and it's a golden pan on the end. Who could have guessed? You guys have got 2.5 minutes remaining. How are things going here? Walk me through the scene that you've constructed so far. Let's go with Uber first.
All right, so this is a Gio Cena, I guess, breaking Sideshow Spidler's back.
Now, I got to be honest. I have more hair than that.
Really?
I do.
You don't quite have
I-
that physique, though. I don't think it was supposed to be exactly accurate.
Well,
on,
my shirt's
on
very
her.
slimming. Sideshow.
I see,
you know?
right.
I'm very into streetwear.
Yeah. So is admirable.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
into streetwear.
You-
I didn't want to intimidate you guys with my.
From 2 decades.
Oh,
Heavy
that's
like
not it.
physique.
That's
Oh,
not
there we
it.
go. We
Hang
got
on.
a bear on him.
Hang on, I'm trying to look for it.
Unshaved
There.
bear. Oh, there
Now
you
I
go.
have to fix the beard.
There you go. You got some beard going on there, along with other bear assets all around you. And the ghostly glow as well. It almost looks like he has an unusual hat on. If you have an unusual hat on, see that segue? That was a good one. If you have an unusual hat, of course, you can donate it. Tipofthehats.org. Item donations right at the top there.
All right. I think that works.
He looks fierce. He looks really scary, actually.
I'm gonna lower this hood so we can see the hat that makes the man.
Talk us through your scene so far, Crunk.
Well, I don't know. At this point, I'm just kind of like, we got to make these soldiers. I made them look goofy. Now we got to make them look fabulous.
Fabulous.
Like this man right here. Look at this.
The jumpers always do look fabulous. It's one of my favorite segments. The jumping and the surfing, just the showcase of talent that you've got in those niche communities for TF2 is fantastic. It's always a pleasure to watch those events. And it doesn't look anything like what we've currently got
The
on the scene.
poise, the control, the grace. I think it's being captured here so far.
This is my artist representation of jumping. I can't do it, but I'm pretty sure this is how they feel.
Yeah. That's of course. This is the what they're feeling inwardly
Absolutely.
while they're performing.
We have 35 seconds left on the clock, and with that, I'd like to read a $1 donation from Hair Enthusiast. He says, "Hi, I don't have an SFM request, but Crocodile, what type of hair conditioner do you use?"
I don't.
Well, there you go.
It's
Well,
all
there you
natural.
go.
If
I'm
you
just
want hair
good.
as fabulous as Crunk's,
I was
get your
born this
genetics
way.
in track because
Uh-oh.
that's not going to help.
10-second warning here.
Uh-oh.
9, 8, 7,
Poot.
6,
Poot.
5,
Poot.
4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Stop. Or spooky freaky mentioning. Let's take a look at what you've got then. Uberchain, run me through what we have in front of us.
We have Joshua killing Joshua
Oh, some Josh
and
on
breaking
Josh action.
breaking his back. I think you can see the box flying off here.
Oh, this is the
represent, like-
box as well.
Yes.
Wow, you're deboxing me as well.
You can see the Manco cap here. That's green, which is usually what people pick for their John Cena related outfits. But I think in this case, it's even more appropriate because Gio owns
Manco.
a business.
Does Gio own Manco?
No, he doesn't
No, but
own
we are
Manco.
cheaper than Manco.
Brilliant. I feel slightly threatened by the image that you've currently got on the screen. I'm gonna hide from Gio for the rest of the day in case he gets inspiration from what you've drawn. Let's take a look at Crunk's one that we've got going on here. These are the fabulous jumpers. He looks positively, he's really not liking that Vexen on the floor. Is he dialing in?
Is he wagging
some
his
help?
finger there like, get down from there, you pesky kids?
He's just screaming at them, but you can't tie these boys down. What they do for a living is fly.
They do. What's have we got a floating head on the right hand side there as well? Suddenly,
hold on.
darkness.
There you
They're
go.
jumping at night.
Oh, no, he's just... He
Oh, no.
wanted to get into the picture.
Yeah. He's just photo bombing
He
from
had
the
to-
side there.
We had to get a little bit of giraffe action over here. But, it's all good.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Giraffe. I mean, we had the giraffe cadus yesterday. Now we've got the giraffe soldier as well. I believe actually that Stark is in the jump segment as well. So maybe just the whole of
yeah.
crowns are actually giraffes. So
Can
do we
we
have?
get the John Cena theme tune queued up there in the background production just to get the complete effect here of
You could sing it.
Cena?
Thanks, production.
They're
That was
actually-
really good.
There actually is a YouTube video somebody made that has me being Jill Cena. So there actually is that sound clip exists.
There
If
you go.
Dashner wants to find it in 1 minute.
Now, do we have any final donations to read out before we wrap up the Source FM segment? Oh,
We do.
wait. Just before we do that as well, we need our votes for who won the Source FM tournament. So,
Ooh.
Admirable, who you voting for here for this final one between Crocodile and Uberchain? Take your time. We got all the time in the world, actually. Yeah, we're not about to wrap up this segment at all, James. You just take your time. Just ponder it for a while.
I mean, Crocodile said he was going to kick my ass. But, you know, I'm more scared of Gio Cena right now. I think I'm going to have to back Uber Chain in this one. I'm getting the look of death right now from Crocodile.
Gio, what you going with?
Well, you know, as Gio, half of Gio Cena, I have to vote for myself. But also I'm choosing that because Sideshow deserves it. He deserves it.
He
does.
it, apparently.
He deserves his back to be broken.
I deserve to have my spine cut and ruined in multiple places.
Yes.
I don't think I do, personally, but that's not up to me. That's up to our voting panel here. And they've gone with Uber Chain's drawing, Source of M Creation. It's more than a drawing. It's a thing. It's a being. It's a living thing. So thanks a lot to Uber Chain and Crunk for this Source of M segment. I hope you learned something
what's
as well.
your vote?
What's my vote?
We had one for Crocodile
Doesn't
and we had one for like me. So
We
you're
had-
the
we had two for
person
Uber.
deciding.
We had 2 for Uber Chain.
Did
we
you?
not? Well,
Yeah.
either
No,
way,
oh, whoa.
Crocodile
I'm gonna-
sucks.
I'm going to vote for Uber Chain. It's like Quiplash all over again, unfortunately. Goodbye, Crunk. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, please. So that is going to wrap up our Source of M segment as well. If you guys want to donate to Tip of the Hats, it's tipofthehats.org. That donation button is at the top. Monetary donations, item donations, including keys, unusuals, Australians. Get them in. We're at $123,000. That's a huge amount that we've raised so far. But we want more. We want more. We all want more, because this is a fantastic cause, and that's the whole reason that we are here, is to benefit One Step Camp. So we'll see you in our next segment coming right up.